Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Astro Gravitational Report and Wisdom. And thank you for the comments, great confirmations, great inner work. And yeah, figuring it out. The energies there are so intense, they're coming for a purpose. I will send you back uh, for it. You got the confirmations in there. I will send you back last summer when Venus is about to catch up Mars, but then turns retrograde. Then he had to go through all this inner work on Leo, and then she come back forward. And just before exiting Leo, she got down to wisdom from Pluto and Neptune. And now, since she's oppositions with all this for it, she's realizing what is it feels like in the other side. You may find out within yourself energy is as you feeling on the other side of situations, of issues, of learnings, of growth. Because you learned, for example, through the bad example or through the good example, now you're working and looking at through the other side. You're realizing these situations. And that is going to help you to unify those masculine and the feminine energies, but also is going to help you down the road within the future because the great energies are coming. Great energies are coming, especially we're talking about May. But until we get to May, we have to deal with what we're dealing currently right now. So don't put yourself so much what happens in May because May it is be a May when it gets to become a May. All right, guys. So now I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna be giving you the charts. Here is the chart. You're seeing it from with yourself and the energy. At 6 o'clock in the morning. As you see it, the energy is gonna be focused on that work that needs to be done. That's the midheaven right here. And it's going to be pointing out to Pluto and Mars and Venus, and that energy is going to be rising up for over the time for it. And you're going to see those energies when you wake up, what they are going to do with this. You see those kind of like angel wings, but they're more kind of like with red at the end. And you're gonna have to go through the intense energies to get the good energies. And once you're ending the good energies, you end up back within the intense energies. Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Things are going on with that. As you see it right here, that's Pluto. He doesn't have no aspects right here, so is Neptune. All right. And we're talking about those two for it. Those are the two energies that currently are going to be driving you. They're going to be driving because that need of transformation is gone right now, and your vision, the clarity is gone. What are you depending on? You're depending on you, depending on you. All right, so talking about 7 o'clock energies, Mercury is rising together with the Sun of these positions. The Sun currently only have these energies with Uranus. I'm sorry, with Jupiter. In there is about the authority has to grow. I grow my authority. I doing my things. I have to get in at that. But pretty soon the authority is gonna find out this bump ups in the roads. It's gonna meet Saturn, and Saturn is gonna say, "Are you worthy to crossing over these energies?" And some of you who are have not done a certain inner work, they're not going forward. Some of you who get the inner work, the authority is gonna be authorizing to cross over. What I mean by crossover, Saturn is the keeper of the ruler of the karma, And Saturn is like you did your karma, you finish your things. Now you can go ahead and enjoy life. Now you can go and move. And especially on Pisces right now, he's got a very much of that power, the way of this energy will be. But we're talking about they're gonna meet together with Mercury in that positions, and but before that, there's gonna be the full moon in Virgo, and that full moon is gonna be opposing all this. You're gonna see in it for and what you have clean, what you have not clean, it's gonna be within you. But as soon as the moon today is gonna come in, by the end of the day, it's coming right here at the edge of those ending energies here. You're gonna see those energies how they're gonna be transiting here with Pluto and Saturn first, and later on she's gonna be doing those divine energies within Virgo here, which is that's gonna be between the moon and Saturn. You'll see it. It's gonna be preparing you for healing what you need to heal within yourself. So, talking about 8 o'clock energies up here, midheaven is going to be at Capricorn. You definitely probably are going to be at work if you're working. If not, you're working on yourself in there, the authority. Um, you wait to see these limitations for growth, which is that is those blue energies here that it's coming. They're coming in, but they are in square with Mars and Venus, and that is that Jupiter energy is kind of like, no, you're not gonna grow, no, you're not gonna do, no, you're not, no, you're not. Go ahead, tell Aquarius, no, you cannot grow ink in there. Hopefully, you're not doing it this for it because exactly for that reason, Mars and Venus came here to see what is it what is that? What it needs to be done? What it prevents you to be what you are? Once you find out what it is, then you're gonna be working on it. And that's what this midheaven at Capricorn is gonna tell you, because that energy of 9 o'clock, as you see it here, that midheaven, it is squaring the knots up here. But at the same time, she's very good with Lilith for it, and that inner work inside of your brain is going to begin to work it out. It's like I need to listen to the universe. I need to look at my shadow, and I need to be pay attention to what I'm doing with current present moment of time. What I'm doing, that I'm doing the right thing, or I'm just fooling myself. As usually some of the people at work, they're pretending they're working, they're just there for the time and the money. All right, so talking about 10 o'clock energy is going to be a little bit more intense. We're going out with that energy is going to be close to Pluto and to remind us about this friendliness in there because Ascendant is at Gemini there, but that Ascendant is squaring Mercury, Saturn, and the Sun. A lot of these conjunctions has been going on, and they are putting all those together as those energies. And as we see it, those energies are intense in there. But they're building the things right. Okay. They put pressures on you so you can see things that it needs to see. If you miss things, then you're going to find out that these things of pressure showing up what you are missing from within yourself. Interesting there, very interesting energies talking about this Saturn, Mercury, and the Sun. We're talking about self-authority when it talking to itself and learns the wisdom at the end of the day. And it's the king who, at the end of the day, he's got this problem, but he sits in his throne at the end of the day. And he finds out like, what else did I miss? How did I got in here? How did I got in these situations? And so on and so on. Lilith is right here and Virgo. It's opposing all these Saturns and they're clouding your passing over situations. But when the moon is coming, things is gonna get a little bit more clear to you, hopefully. And we're talking about 11 o'clock. As you see, the energies is going to be just all over the place for it, but it's going to be remind you about this. karmic energies because currently Lilith it's working with the North Node. In there, don't forget about it that you as a Lilith energies inside of you also have a karma of Lilith that needs to fulfill. Guess what Lilith has to fulfill? Lilith was the one that abandoned the will of God and surrendered to Adam, and she ran out of the paradise. Go take a look at the legend of Lilith, and she wanted to control Adam. So she still have to go ahead and fulfill her karma. That is a energy of situations that it's there. She needs to do what she has to do. Some of you have something to do in order to reach that situations. Is it there? And since the ascendant is here at the Gemini with the midheaven, beautiful time for the inner work. The energy works okay with the moon. Even though that the moon currently is about squaring Uranus, she's fighting the universe. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be my way, my will, my thought. I want it. You know that 5-year-old that you tell them no, you cannot do this right now, and they're just stopping in the middle of the road, and they're just like, and you imagine you're the parent, basically you're the universe, but at the same time, you are that little kid. At the same time, that and now you see the both sides of the issues. Isn't there what it needs to be? And your intuition tells you, yeah, if I do this, I can get what I want. And the universe is like, no, you're not getting it. No, it's not. So doesn't matter what you do, those energies are energies, they're gonna be moving. But next hour we have a great energies of Cancer, a great energies of the Cancer, reminding you about this. Mid cabinets together between the Mercury and the Sun out there. Beautiful energies there with Jupiter, the growth that needs to be done within the mystery. That is one of the kink is like, okay. I see what I'm wrong, but I see what I grow. I see what I need to do, and I see the area of potentials of what I need to grow personally. I have responsibilities. That is at the end of the day that the things are gonna come in. You're gonna begin to feel the moon energies of this full moon. Communications is gonna be broken down. You're probably not gonna feel like talking to people, talking to certain situations, figure things out, and so on. As that energies comes in, the moon first is gonna be opposing Mercury, then it's gonna be opposing the Sun, then it's gonna be opposing Saturn. But there's going to be this transition time when she's going to be opposing all three of them. Okay. And right there is going to gain that wisdom right there of what needs to be done. You can't just be doing this and be angry about it, especially work with the universe. You ain't going against that. I wish people get that more within themselves, but people are people. They have to try. They have to see that they think they are more powerful. Good luck with that. And we're talking about that energy of Pisces that's going to be the midheaven. We're just talking about this energy here. And it's opposing Lilith and Lilith opposing Saturn. This energy is right here. It's going to be some intense of that time. But as far as it going, the ascendant is going to give you the visions about this fight. It's like, hey, don't be acting like before. Don't be trying to control. Cooperate. Finish your karma. Otherwise, you're gonna come back. You're gonna be doing this karma again in the next time, in the next time, in the next time. And this is gonna be like the time loop, you know? You doing something for 24 hours, and after the 24 hour, you begin from again. It's just like over and over, you're repeating a cycle there. So some of the people is gonna be looking at that energy within themselves. 2 o'clock. Interesting energy. Ascendant moves into Aries. No, I'm sorry, midheaven moves to the Aries, and ascendant moves at the edge of Cancer, and it's opposing Pluto. A lack of transformations is in there. And at midheaven, it's like, don't worry about it. At the end of the time, as the family rise up, at the end of the time, it comes in Everything is going to be okay as long as the inner work is done. And you see it that the divisions is coming. They're going into the midheaven and Neptune, but they are coming down towards Mars and Venus. They're also coming down right here with Pluto. Oh, transformations happening no matter what. And when a transformations happen, you gotta have this time of thinking, thinking. Just don't stinking thinking of overthinking, guys. I know some of you is gonna laugh on this. All right, talking about 3 o'clock. Midheaven, it's with Chiron there at Aries, and that is going to be opposing the South Node. So there is something that it needs to be healed. You know, feel like what it needs to be healed from the past. But at the same time, the Moon, it's going to begin this energies right here with the midheaven. And as you see it, the Moon begins to have this divine energies with Neptune. That's what happened last year with Venus. But Venus right now is right in here. She's not in Leo, she's in Aquarius right now. And that energy of the ascendant that it's there, it shows up. Here is what you see. You don't see the growth of Mars and Venus. Okay, you don't see that for. And I was listening to Carpaccio's report in there. If you guys follow him too, he explained all that. He explained as the moon is opposing this union between Psyche and Eros, which is basically the moon represented by Aphrodite. He was talking about all that, right? And there is going to be some people who's not going to like this. Why do they don't like it? Because they cannot have it. Because Aphrodite couldn't have that energies in there. So, with that being said, life goes on. You have to move. And of course, you have to move. Midheaven, there is a Taurus in there. That energies here is like, I'm not allowing you to happen all this. I'm not permitting you to this. You might gonna find a lot of delays of things, a lot of things that it doesn't happen. Why? Because all those energies we're talking about, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Sun, they all have to came up here. There's gonna be a little glimpses right now, right here, when it comes into um the end of Aquarius there at the beginning of Pisces, all those energies is going to be changed because those energy of Mars and Venus, they're going to come here and have that energies situations for. But until it gets there, you got to have a patience. You got to have a patience. Let the things happen the way they are. You got your stuff going. So, talking about the next hour, which is this is going to be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you see how this divine energies of Pluto and Neptune that I was talking and referring earlier, and here with the moon that is approaching that Leo Virgo cusp. And that is the time that is nothing will work, but the need and the force of transformations isn't there. Just to remind you, those two was stayed silent during this period there. But when the moves in there, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we've been waiting for you. Let's see, what did you did? What is the good? What is the bad? What is the ugly?" And so on and so on. This is gonna be kind of like asking accountability. And that accountability is not good with the universe. That accountability is not good with the sun and the limitations, and Mercury with the communications. And it feels like, oh my God, nobody want to talk to me. Nobody wants to be. Everyone goes in the hermit mode. And all this silence and what I need to do. Uh, you have to look inside of you, that deeper waters, as the Pisces represents that deeper emotions, and what did you not transform, and what do you need to change? That deepness of Pluto, it's gonna take you to the underworld in there. But the deeper waters is of Pisces, the deepest earth, and the water that comes combined in emotions are at Scorpio. But right now, the moon is in Leo. Ouch, right? We talk about this Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo's energies in there. Can't have control. We can't control evolutions, dear Aquarius. You can't control the material world, dear Taurus. You can't control other people, Leos, and you can use or abuse other people, Scorpios. Big lessons of this time. So, talking about the next hour, which is that going to be at 6 p.m., that energy is going to be with Lilith. Intensity is going to be there in order. Midheaven, though, it's going to be supporting Mars and Venus and also the Pluto. It is like, don't worry about it. Stay together as a friends. Put that friendshipness. Tough times, hold your hands and keep on going forward. Don't worry about it. Things gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. Just keep on going forward. Everyone goes dealing with everything else that needs to be dealt with it. Okay? Everyone else. All right, talking about 7 p.m., the ascendant still at Virgo, and this is gonna be that energy that some of you are not gonna like that because their friendshipness here is like, oh well, Lilith, are you friend in there because you're screwing up, you're making up things, and it's like, yeah, okay, I see, I need to do this work with the universe, and Uranus now sends this energy towards Lilith, talking about this blue line. At the same time, Lilith sees her divine missions that needs to be fulfilled by her own. She needs to change by her own self. Nobody is responsible for that change but you. And since Lilith is and that degrees in there, talking about the 15 degree, which is going to be at the max force. Everything that is in the mid of the zodiac sign, has its full force, 15 degrees equality in there. And that energy is going to be at Virgo. It's basically a huge opportunities for you to heal one of the dark stuff within yourself, whatever that might be. All right, so talking about later on, that's going to be at 8 p.m. The ascendant is going to be at Libra, divine energies with the Sun and Mercury. As you see it here, the Moon. It's getting those energies divine piled up right now from Pluto. But this midheaven at Cancer sends that divine energies that needs for transformations, healing on Earth. That energy is going to the moon, and from the moon it goes into the end of the cycle in Pisces. And then from that ending, you see what the ending is going to be. You don't like that ending. You're fixing the stuff and the wisdom. So that way, the transformation is going to be neat in order to have a better world. To remind you, Cancer represents the earth at its whole family that we're living here on this rock called Earth. And there you go. Uh, 9 o'clock, it's coming here. The ascendant is pretty much at the mid Libra. A lot of karmas in there, a lot of things, a lot of oppositions. And if you have like Mr. Dio that has ascendant Cancer, you're gonna feel those energies for it because that's the way it is. And looking at of those energies currently, the Aries and Libras have a hard time. The ones have with this knots. I'm talking about those oppositions in here that they're constant for it. You're always fighting between the north and the south node for it. And when you're looking at this, anything that it square those knots, it creates tensions in there. But that Lilith in here, it's putting this situations inside of it to be healed. But what Libra is looking for also is just giving a break to this union of Mars and Venus, kind of like the help of um, Psyche when she was trying to get and reconnect with Eros again. And there, very good expression was from Kaipacha. I like him so much. All right, so talking about at 10 o'clock, midheaven, it's the beginning of Leo. I remind you of all that stuff and talking about that energies. I mean, I'm tired of talking about that energy. This is you going against deep inside of you about the evolutions that you need to evolve. Unless the divine doesn't interfere, it doesn't tell you, and so on, kind of like a resisting this, but the divine is talking to you now. There is this Neptune and a Pluto divine's energies. They're going to be talking overnight. Some of you, maybe they are going to be too much angry at these situations. Either go to sleep earlier or if you stay late, just do your inner work. I'm suggesting you to whatever you do, work on yourself so you can be accepting this because in the next hours that energy is rising up, that energy is going to be coming up. This is at 11 o'clock energy. Mid heaven, it's up here at Leo. The ascendant is at Scorpio. It triggers everything here of this Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo situations. And when we're talking about at midnight energy, as you see it, that's going to be a very intense towards what you're telling yourself, the sun and the divine energies are going to be coming and talking to you overnight. So if you, tonight you are going to be able to do something, you are going to be dealing with this, or you're also going to be dealing with the karma. As you see at those green triangles here, for I want to try to see if I can be able to increase them so you can see it a little better, but you can't for it. But you probably see them on your screen. And as you see it here, the Lilith and the Ascendant that we're talking about exactly at midnight, it's about karma. When are you mostly thinking about your karmic situation and how to fix it and so on and so on? Happens at midnight, right? But that's matching what? Your inner work that you do. Where is the inner work that you do? At a midheaven. Where is the midheaven? Together with moon. And that is in oppositions with Mercury, the Sun, and Saturn, facing your self, your authority, the way you're talking to yourself, your own limitations. And with that energies right here, that it's with the ascendant, that is it's at Scorpio, opposing Jupiter and Uranus. Be mindful about these energies here. It can cause yourself a lot of overthinking, panic attacks, and so on and so on. But if you doing your inner work in there, finding the things that you need to do and seek the resolutions is going to be coming in to help you out. This is what these green lines are about. It. As you see it, they're kind of like overcoming over because those red lights, they're not upper, they're underneath the blue lines. That's mean you gotta cover. You gotta cover from the divine. But all you have to do is you looking it for the divine in you. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your coming. By the way, thank you for the everyone that buy us a coffee. I appreciate the coffee so much, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about the full moon at Virgo. All right, guys. Be love, and I'll see you tomorrow.